Christian schools every year usually pick a project or something they can do, for somebody else. And usually, to be honest, they're usually kind of tiny little projects, like something they can really wrap their minds around, something they can really succeed at. Like they can build a well for $300, or they can raise a few, coats, or get some socks together for the homeless or whatever. My friend Chip Huber works at Wheaton Academy in West Chicago, and when he got together with his students a couple of years ago, about 6 years ago, to say, what are we going to do this year, guys? The students said, we want to pray that we could do something huge. We want to do something beyond our ability. We want to do something where we really feel like we're joining God in what he's doing in the world. So they began to pray. And they eventually kind of were led to this book by George Barna that said this. It said that evangelical Christians are the least likely people on the face of the earth to help a person with AIDS. The students were so ticked off by that statement, they said, darn it, we're going to do something about that. We're evangelical Christians, and we're going to do something about that. So they ordered a catalog from World Vision, and they picked the biggest project possible to work in Africa with students, kids of AIDS that have been ravaged by the AIDS crisis. And basically what they found out is this village in Zambia had no school there. And since they were a school, they thought it'd be really cool to build a school in Zambia. This is a bunch of high school kids. They want to raise $53,000 to build a school in Zambia for kids who have been ravaged by the AIDS thing in Africa. Wow. Now 6 years later, they're going back. This group of students has raised $600,000. They're going back this summer to add on to the school. They've built wells. They've worked with medical personnel. They have literally changed a whole village because of this big dream of these students to make a difference in the world, for Jesus. What big dream do you have? Do you ever think about the huge things going on in the world? Does it ever motivate you to pray and say, God, what can I do? What can I do? Have you ever thought about wouldn't it be great to do something huge for Jesus? Not just the perfunctory little thing that makes us feel good about ourselves. A little serve project we do for a short little time. We feel really good because we did a little serve thing. But really something that changes the world. Wouldn't that be awesome? A bunch of Christians out there going, we want to join God in changing the world.